Hey, what's happening to you guys? Extreme Press Sonic here and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys my first impression on Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. And before we get started, I do have a cold, so that's why I sound the way I do now. But I'm going to be splitting this video into 3 sections. I'm going to be focusing on the story mode, the online portion of the game, and the combat mechanics. I have not touched adventure mode yet, so I can't really say much about that. So I only played the story mode, I went online, and obviously, yeah, the combat mechanics, it's in story mode and online. So let's talk about the story mode first of all. Now the story mode, I have a mixed feeling with it, because at first hand, why the hell did they tell almost half of the story with still images? That was kind of annoying. It was really boring to go through. I actually low-key skipped a couple of them, but I don't know, was it because of CC2's laziness, or that they thought this would be a cool idea to have still images retell the story of Naruto Shippuden? Because I don't know, it felt lazy at my end. I didn't like it. It was boring as hell. Like I said, I skipped through a lot of them, so I don't understand what the hell they were thinking in doing that in general. But the animations, the ones that did come up, those were amazing to look at, but at the same time some of them actually had low quality. Like at some parts of, you know, the animation, it felt like the quality was going up, at other points it was going down, and all of them were pre-rendered at 30 frames per second. So yo, I don't really know what to say about that. Maybe that's just me, maybe I'm just being too picky, but in my opinion it felt like all over the place. Boss battles though, A1, that's all I'm gonna say. Boss battles were A1, especially the Sasuke versus Naruto part. All that shit was pretty amazing. So yeah, story mode wise, I mean, like the first half of the game you will be sleeping, in my opinion, until after Sasuke and Naruto defeat Obito. That's where things kind of pick up a little bit, but I don't understand. Like, I wish someone could tell me why CC2 decided to go with still images for the first portion of the story. That was really boring, and whatever. Online was pretty cool too. I guess, you know, run into difficulties playing online. I found people pretty easily. A lot of people had pretty good connections, so there was little to no input lag. I was able to perform my combos. Pretty much everything was pretty okay. The combat mechanic in this game is pretty damn good. Like it's a lot better than Revolution. It's a lot faster, it's a lot more responsive, it's pretty damn awesome, and it's like they did well with the combat mechanics. Cancelling all of your combos into jutsus and ultimate jutsus was a lot more difficult to do. You had to time when your character's frame will stop, or I guess the space between those frames where you're able to cancel all of your jutsus. So it takes time to master that, but I was able to do it, so it's not non-existent. Like people are saying like you can't cancel all of your combos. You can, it's just a lot more difficult to do. Obviously when it comes to the stage destructibility, I haven't seen any of that yet. I honestly haven't seen buildings falling down. I haven't seen anything like that. It feels non-existent in my end. Maybe I'll run into it in the near future, but as of now I haven't really run into any stage destruction or whatsoever. Before I go on, I just want to say that in online, obviously we have different modes, we have mods, we have, damn it, I can't speak. We have player match, ranked match, league, tournament, and endless. Currently there's a petition going around pretty much trying to get spectator mode for tournament and endless, and to increase the endless cap from 4 to 8. And in my opinion, I'm actually going to be supporting this petition, because usually I don't really care about petitions, but in this case I have to, because literally CC2 sliced the lifespan of this game in half by deciding to remove spectator mode and remove the cap of endless from 8 to 4. Like I don't understand what the hell they were thinking with that. Like the thing with freaking CC2 and the Storm games, they get some things right, but then they purposely make other things bad too. It's like you can never get a perfect Storm game. There's always going to be something wrong with the game, but regardless, I'll put the petition in the comment sections below so you can go check it out, sign it. Let's get CC2 to patch in spectator mode in tournaments. not the way like Revolution. We're talking about Storm 3. Like, we need it to be like Storm 3. You can actually see other people play. And let's get the cap in Endless from 4 to 8. So there's that. Also, there was another thing I wanted to talk about. Yes, another thing. In player match and in ranked match, or essentially in any portion of the online part, you can't turn off your mic. I haven't been able to turn off my mic for ages now. Like, I can turn off my mic from my obviously headset. I can just flick off the mute system, but usually in game you're able to click the right trigger buttons and you can turn off your mic, but in this game I can't do it. So I don't know how I can, record my videos and talk smack about my opponent when he can actually hear me talking smack. Like, it doesn't work well in my end, and people can actually talk back, so I can't turn off their mics. So that's a problem. Like, I don't understand what the hell happened, why they allowed the mics to be on constantly. Like, I went to the settings, I went everywhere just to see if I can turn off the mics, but I can't. I literally cannot turn off the mic. I don't know if they're trying to force Storm to be more social, but sometimes you really want to just turn off the mics of people if you're doing recording, stuff like that. But I guess that's just their decision, the way they did it. But yeah, Storm 4 had a pretty rocky release, as I recall. Like, currently on the Steam reviews, it's unmixed, and people are complaining on the right things. Like, they are complaining about the 30 frames per second, which I'll get into actually right now, because of CC2 have said numerous times that they started developing the game from the ground up. Like, they were doing everything to try to get this game to be the best game it could possibly be. There's actually been videos and interviews of representative of Namco Bandai, CC2, saying that this game is going to be 60 frames per second, but as we got closer to the release date, they kept quiet, they kept dodging the questions, and behold, the game is 30 frames per second. Now, I don't know who to blame. I don't know, should we blame ourselves for believing that CC2 can actually perform a miracle, or should we blame CC2 for pretty much not delivering on what they promised us? I don't know, like, I don't know, have I talked about wall running? Wall running, wall running is literally non-existent in this game. Like, during the story mode, you will only encounter wall running in 2 instances. One, when you're facing against Obito vs Kakashi, and the other one, Naruto vs Sasuke. Other than that, wall running is gone, literally. There was literally no point in adding wall running into this game. It felt like a cheap, tacked on gimmick at this point. And I'm a huge Storm fan game, but I will not be quiet or try to pretend, or, it's okay, it's well. No. That was complete bullshit. They pretty much lied to us right into our faces. That's where I have the problem with. I don't like how these developers will do anything to sell us games and stuff like that. So that's my impression on this game so far, what I got out of it. The settings, most of the things can be changed in the config. I actually uploaded a video and showing you guys how to play it in 4K. So if you haven't, go through my channel, you should see it. It's the latest video, so you should see it and be able to play. But overall, like, the game is good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it is good. I had fun. I've been playing ranked, which actually brings me up to another point. I have been playing ranked for a long period of time. I've reached to 2000 BP points, but once I've reached that, I cannot get like any more BP points. Like, my BP point stops at 2000. Now, I've gone to the leaderboard and I've seen that people have up to 6,000, 7,000 BP points, but there's been a lot of 2,000 BP points players on the leaderboard. So I don't know if it's just me, am I stuck, should I just keep winning? Because no, like, I have been winning a lot of matches. Like, I had a 12 win streak at some point, but I still couldn't rank up. So I don't know if I should be fighting people of above levels or below levels. I don't know what the case may be, but it's frustrating because I can't see if I'm progressing or not, and it's kind of annoying. It makes me want to stop playing ranked until something happens. But yeah, actually, now that I think about it, something just came up to my mind, and it's going back to the story mode. There's been instances where the frame will just drop drastically. Like, it will just drop to a crazy frame, like 10 frames, 5 frames. And actually, while I'm playing online, in player match and in ranked match, whenever you use those triple awakenings, the frame would just go crazy. Like, it would just drop to like 5 frames, 2 frames. And it happens whenever you have people like Itachi or people with huge awakenings. And if you have Mokuto and Obito as well, that shit just drops frames. Like, they need to patch that shit immediately, because I was annoyed as hell. I can't tell whether it's just lag input or just the game itself. Like, it just lags like crazy. But yeah, that's my impression. Like, this is literally my thoughts on this game, how I feel about it. Like I said, there's a petition going around to get pretty much spectator mode back to tournament and increase the cap on endless. Like, this is things we shouldn't even be doing. Like, this should be like, what the hell went through CC2's mind to change the spectator mode and the endless? Like, it's crazy. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. Like, 30 frames per second, I don't even know what to say about that. They literally lied to us. Again, at that point, a lot of people are saying, what did you expect? It's CC2, they never do 30 frames per second. But in my opinion, we shouldn't be giving them that kind of an excuse. Like, they came out themselves and said, yo, we are starting this game from scratch on PC. Like, if you start a game from scratch on PC, tell me how you could still end up on 30 frames per second. Yo, come on. Like, the particle effects, those were pretty cool. I like those ones, especially when you use your fire style jutsu, your lightning style jutsu. It looks amazing. The game looks absolutely awesome in 4K. Like, like I said before, I made a video showing you guys how you can change your game to 4K. You should really do that if your PC is able to run 4K, because the game looks absolutely amazing. And actually, once I started playing in 4K, when I went back to 1080p, it looked bad. It looked bad, so I went back to 4K. So yeah, 30 frames per second. Pretty much the option menu is really bad. There's no option for turning VSync on and off. You have to do everything through the config file. So if you weren't really into PC like that, you wouldn't even know how to do that. So that's why I made the video, just to show you guys, if you wanted to change the settings, make it work for your PC and stuff like that. Like I said, the release of Storm 4 was really bad. People couldn't play the game. A lot of people got disconnected constantly. The game would crash. Luckily for me, I was able to play it with no problem whatsoever. But some people, maybe it could be that drivers weren't updated, or I don't know. But regardless, the Storm 4, it's not the perfect Storm. It's not the perfect Storm game, but it's a lot better than the Revolution in terms of the combat mechanics. And that's actually the most important thing. Like, the combat mechanics is a lot more better. Counters feel awesome. It's actually fun to use counters, because now it cannot be abused. And it's pretty good. But yeah, that's my impression on the game. I wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything, but yeah, that's my impression on the game so far. Would I recommend you buying this game? If you're a hardcore Naruto fan, then I mean, yeah, like, there is still adventure mode. I haven't actually touched adventure mode yet, so I'm going to be doing that. There's actually, you can actually go back in the story mode and do the missions again, but try to get S rank. There's a lot of replayability in this game, so if you're a huge Naruto fan, yeah, pick it up. If you're not, and you're just jumping in because of the hype, because everyone else is playing it, and you don't know nothing about Storm 4, nothing about Naruto and its history and all that stuff, I would recommend you waiting till the game drops in price, because you will be probably disappointed in terms of if you're buying it for the story mode. But if you're buying it for the actual online, then then go ahead. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. I think I've touched on every single point in this game. I'm waiting for all those amazing mod people who make mods to make some awesome mods. Hopefully one of them will try to get this game unlocked to 60 frames per second. I don't know if it's possible. Probably not, because to go from 30 frames to 60 frames, you need to rekey animations. Like, it doesn't work that easily. So 30 frames, we're stuck at that, but it's steady. it only drops frames when you're transforming, when you're triple transforming. Actually, it only happens when you're triple transforming, so that's bad coding in their side. And hopefully with the DLCs, there'll be patches to help actually, you know, improve the game. Actually, now that I think about it, yes, I know I keep on adding more stuff as I'm talking about it. Let me just go real quick. The DLC, the first DLC that was supposed to come out this month actually got delayed. Let me just click on the DLC real quick. Yes, the first DLC that was supposed to come out sometime this month got pushed back till March 7th. Now, I don't know why they did that. I don't know what decision they are planning on doing, but hopefully there'll be patches to help us, you know, increase the life of this game, because without tournaments, without endless, yo, it's gonna die out. It's just gonna die out. But I don't know, like, yeah. Anyways, I'm Extreme by Sonic. Thank you so much for watching. If this helped you out in any way, make sure to like this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.